Hey everybody, Bruce Sweeney, founder of Simply for Life, and today on Body Check, we're going to talk about this superstar vitamin B6. So I want you to do your own assessment. I'm going to give you some practical tips on how to really look at yourself and how to understand that B6, why it's so important. Now, most of you are familiar, have probably heard that vitamin B6 deficiency can cause definitely inflammation of the skin. It's so critical for connective tissue, so forth, so on. And we have this condition better known as dermatitis. It's red, greasy, scaly rash. And also, oftentimes, I remember in my practice, clients would have a red tongue, it would be sore, or they would have lesions right around here. For some reason, they were always like with their tongue, they couldn't heal it, clear sign of B6 deficiency. But you ever heard or felt that your hands and your feet are numb and it's tingling? It's like pines and needles in it. B6 deficiency. Voila, you just found a solution. And I'm really going to tell you where to get the best source. But where it gets super interesting for me, many people that become confused, irritable, depressed, and most of all suffer from anxiety and having insomnia. You have to understand the principal role of B6, not just as a neurotransmitter, but really it's a critical role to take tryptophan to be converted into serotonin. And guess what? Serotonin makes us feel better, right? When we have low B6, this doesn't happen. Plus, when we talk about insomnia, it's a catalyst to so much on how we feel in our mood, sleep. So B6, if you have low level, then you're missing out the output of conversion, tryptophan, serotonin, and melatonin. We're familiar with melatonin. Yes, our body can do this, but we need B6. So I cannot say enough. And what's really surprising is that number one cause, or two, right, are always the same two culprits. The diet, first of all, our standard Canadian diet, which is definitely not the best diet. And medication like birth control, antibiotics, there's a different slew of antibiotics can deplete them. And most of all, amphetamine like Adderall that they gave you for ADHD or ADD. It just doesn't make any sense for me that you're not told to take any B6 supplementation with that. And I cannot say, unfortunately, when you're taking these medication, especially if you have our standard Canadian diet, you just cannot get enough from food. So but if you're eating healthy and you're just saying, well, you know what, I want to know because I think I'm missing something, I'm feeling irritable, my sleep is not the best, I got some anxiety. Well, there's all kinds of source of food we can have. Beef liver, make sure it comes from grass finish. Tuna, salmon, make sure it's wild source of salmon. Chickpeas, poultry, pastured chicken, for example, free range chicken, and vegetables. There's all kinds of vegetables, but here's some of my favorite, right? Especially dark leafy vegetables, bananas, papayas, orange, and cantaloupe. I have to admit, I don't need a whole lot of cantaloupe, but cantaloupe is really one gateway to get that B6. Now, you're going to say, well, all right, I am taking those medication. I need to. Yeah, you must take some B6. So what is the best form? There's different forms of B6. And unfortunately, some of the B6 out there are cheaper form or just not the good one. It can be toxic to the body if you take a large dose. So one that I always suggest, it's paradoxal phosphate, better known as PLP. That's the one you want to look for. And the key question is that because B6 has no one size fit all, you need to come in. And the beauty about coming to Simply for Life, you can always talk to a health expert that will align you with the right dosage, right timing, and how to take it best with food. So I cannot say enough. If you're taking any of those medication, or if you're basically following the standard Canadian diet, this is something you want to have. B6 beyond connective tissue, beyond being essential for the help down of our amino acids and protein and carbohydrates, and also a superstar for cardiovascular disease and lipid and cholesterol. I cannot say enough. So here's your to-do list today on Body Check. Now I've given you some really good, simple, but extremely profound advice can really change the outcome of your day by a superstar named B6. Thanks for following. Take care.